In this video, we're going over the door frame lat stretch, a very powerful exercise to open up the sides of the body. It will be helpful for your ability to move side to side. It will be helpful for your shoulder limitations overhead, anything that feels tight and restricted. It might be because your scapula, your shoulder blade, doesn't move well along the rib cage. In the culture of shoulders down and back, we don't know how to get our shoulders coming forward and around the rib cage like they're supposed to if I'm shaking your hand, throwing a ball. This is not good posture. Think about the fighter that allows their shoulder blades to wiggle on the rib cage. That's what we want to promote when it comes down to being like an ape that swings through the trees, is that shoulder blades move well. So this is what we're going to explore here. You'll need a door frame, and what you're going to do is you're going to put your thumb down on the inside of a door frame. One thing to establish when it comes down to hand position is I don't want you just using your tips of your fingers. I want you to use your knuckles in your hand over here. So you're going to grab on tight into the inside of the door frame. And we're not just leaning back with a straight back. We're going to lean back with our rib cage in a position where the chest is off, and we're really creating this big ape shape over here as opposed to just like that. So I'll dive through the details. So what's going to happen? I'm going to grab my hand on the inside of the door frame and I'm going to soften my knees. From here, I want to put my left hand on my chest over here, and I want to let my chest be as soft as possible. And I'm not going to move my butt back, I'm going to move my ribs back. So you see how that allows the shoulder blade to move along the rib cage. Already I feel a nice stretch, and I'm going to keep my knees bent so that I'm not going back this way. I'm fighting that basically if I let go, I'm falling on my butt, and it's the shoulder blade that's experiencing a nice stretch here. But we could do better than that, and we're going to make this more 3D as we do in ground up. Soft knee, rib cage goes back. From here, I'm going to have my hand here to make sure my pec feels soft. I'm going to keep falling back as much as I can where I'm creating space in my armpit. There's a big divot here. From there, what I want to do is I want to look underneath my arm. I want to turn my body so that I'm feeling like my left side of my body is compressing into itself. So I feel my obliques working on this side. As I turn and I keep my knees forward, my pelvis is rotating right, my ribcage is rotating right, but I'm establishing a flexion of my spine. So the more my knees stay bent and the more I keep my butt underneath me, the deeper the stretch is going to be. A lot of people will feel this low down. I want this to feel higher up as well. Of course, the lat, or maybe not of course, but the lat attaches from here all the way into your lower back. So you will feel a big side bend stretch. So we're here, soft knees, rib cage back, really letting the ribs sink. Now I look and smell my armpit. So my left shoulder is in front of my right shoulder, but then I'm going to also go down and then continue to flex my spine with the knee staying forward. I could keep going down. I feel a lot of left side obliques. I feel a lot of stretch through here. And now the key thing is to exhale very long. Breathe in very quietly through the nose. The deeper I exhale, the more I feel the left side compact together. The chest is soft. I'm keeping the tuck under. Don't let the butt perk out. I guess I should say there's nothing wrong with that, but you'll feel a deeper stretch when you shoot the knees forward as the ribs sink back. Chest is soft. One thing to note is that I'd really want you to establish getting this position up here first, where you're sinking back before just chasing the depth. That will allow you to understand that this is the most important part of this drill, is to get the scapula to come around the rib cage. So being over here, and then deep breathing in this position. Now, I don't have a left side of my door frame. Obviously, in this case, I'd use that door over there, but it would be the same thing where I grab onto the door frame, soft knees, just so you see, I'm going back, the knees are forward, and I turn into it. That knee goes ahead, the belt turns this way, the chest turns this way, and then establishing that connection to these side abs and really breathing deeply. Even without anything, you'll feel the stretch here. What you could do to understand this is imagine I'm punching someone. A lot of people would just punch here. What I want to see is a punch where if I'm here, you'll see a side bend and a rotation where I'm connected here, and then basically I'm leaning back, or I could punch forward, where the idea is that the more I turn this hand here, the more I turn into that and squeeze this side while being here, the more I'm going to establish differentiation. So for rope flow, for just opening up the sides of the body. This is going to feel amazing for you. None of this should feel painful, so be mindful. Maybe it doesn't feel comfortable to have your thumb down. You could always do this with your left hand here on this door frame with my thumb up. Same cues apply, and then turn into it. Neither are right nor wrong. They're just going to hit different tissues, and I find most people a little more limited with an internal rotation, so that's where I tend to go. And then retest, see how your shoulders feel after you've tried that a bit. So one last time, soft knees, ribs back, really turn into it. You could even take this hand and pull apart. You want the arm straight. If you let go, you fall on your butt, knee forward, establish that, tuck under. The exhales are very, very long. The inhales are quiet, and feel your body compress and expand, and feel how allowing your spine to move in these new ways helps open up new space for you. Give it a shot.